There we go.
Oh god. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Spintires is an off-road driving simulator developed by Pavel funded by a successful Kickstarter campaign and released in 2014 by UK publisher Oovee for PC via Steam and retail stores. This game has had a troubled past. Pavel has accused Oovee of not paying him, which is something they deny. The game was allegedly sabotaged with time bomb bugs by Pavel because of continued friction between him and the publisher. Steam even took the game down for a while. Supposedly, according to Oovee, this was all due to miscommunication between Pavel and them, and it's all okay now. I don't know about any of that. I'm here to talk about the game. In Spintires, you drive large Russian trucks to haul logs from one place to another. You can use a keyboard, Xbox controller, or racing wheel. I recommend not using the keyboard if you have a choice. A controller's analog controls really help. You start with a couple of trucks of limited capability, a map, and a compass. Various accessories are available at garages to help you. These range from log carriages, repair trailers, and fuel tanks, to different tires and exhaust systems. By driving around, you can uncover cloaked areas of the map and discover other trucks in various states of usability. Several environmental features try to prevent you from accomplishing your goal. Trees abound, rivers, ponds, and floods try to block your path, and of course, one of the most lauded features of the game, mud. Spintires has been praised for its mud physics since it was just a tech demo. Having grown up in a rural community, I had plenty of opportunities when I was a stupid teenager to get various vehicles stuck in many types of mud, and I can say with confidence, the mud deserves its accolades. The way the mud deforms is surprisingly accurate, and there's different types of mud that behaves differently and appropriately. There's clay-like mud, soupy mud, mud that changes depending on how close you are to a river or puddle. I never would have thought that anyone would care so much to get mud right in a video game, let alone build one around the concept. The main menu has all the things you'd expect. There's several maps to choose from, and a proving ground where you can drive around trying out different combinations of vehicles in different situations, or even just practice backing up. When you select a map to play, you can select between casual and hardcore difficulty. In casual, the trucks use less fuel and can engage the differential lock while using the automatic transmission. If you get hopelessly stuck and can't use your winch to pull yourself out, you can teleport the truck to an unlocked garage. In hardcore mode, the trucks use more fuel and can't be rescued to a garage. If you get stuck, broken, or run out of gas, you'll have to send another truck out to help. And the diff lock can only be engaged while using the manual transmission. Each map has a few starting trucks. You can change these to make the game more or less difficult, but the default trucks are pretty well balanced for each map. When you start, you'll want to uncover more of the map. The best vehicle for this is A469. It gets stuck easily in deep mud and can't handle very deep water, but it can fit between trees and go in areas the other trucks are too big to go. While you're exploring, you'll find other trucks. Most of the time, they'll be drivable, but might not be fully fueled or might be damaged. Sometimes they're completely out of fuel or completely broken. You can outfit the larger trucks with accessories that let you repair or refuel other vehicles. The repair points are replenished at garages. If you want to fill your fuel cistern, you'll have to find a fueling station because while the garages will refuel your truck's tank up to 200 liters, it won't fill the fuel cisterns. After you've got some more capable trucks available, you can start hauling logs. This is where you need to be mindful of what you're outfitting your trucks with. Not all trucks can use the same accessories. For instance, the C4320 can use the cart with crane, but the C255, a larger truck, can't. Some accessories can't be equipped if others are equipped, or need other accessories equipped first. Thankfully, the menu will tell you why you can't equip something. While some accessories may be available to some trucks, it may not be the best idea to use them. For example, the B130 can haul the fuel semi-trailer filled with 3,200 liters of fuel, but it may not be the best idea in most situations. Once you've equipped your trucks, head to the log kiosk and get some logs. In casual mode, you can choose to load the logs automatically or load them manually with a crane. In hardcore mode, you have to load them manually. The longer the logs, the more points they're worth. Short logs need more trips, but long logs are heavier and more difficult to maneuver. After you're loaded up, take them to the sawmill. Once you've delivered all the logs each sawmill needs, the map is cleared. And that's about it. Multiplayer works well in Spintires. You can have up to 4 players, and although I've only played with one other player, I think it's one of those games that's more fun with 3 or 4 people working together. That way, you could have 2 people hauling logs and 1 or 2 others refueling, repairing, and winching. There's a few minor issues that I don't understand though. Like, why can't I see the other driver in their truck? And why can't I hear the other truck's engine? You also can't see the other truck's headlights, but that might be to avoid performance issues. You can hear the other person's horn though. Each truck on the multiplayer map is available to every player that unlocks it. So each starting truck is available to all players, and any player who finds another truck elsewhere on the map can use that truck regardless if somebody else found it first. I think it would have been better if there were only 1 of each truck that you find on the map. That would add some challenge instead of letting every player have the most capable truck. Spintires is very simple in principle, but as the saying goes, it's not the destination, it's the journey. The challenge in Spintires is just getting there. It's usually impossible to finish a map with just the starting default vehicles, so you're going to have to explore and find more capable trucks. After you get them, you need to plan your trip, maybe park a fuel truck in a strategic location for refueling, and decide what job each truck will perform. Can the C6522 make it through that mud hole? Or is the D537 the only truck that can make it? Of course, the challenge is higher when you're new to the game. You don't know how deep the water is or the limitations of each truck. You haven't found the best path across various water hazards, and you will drown your truck. You will roll your truck over trying to get to an uncloaking point. You will get stuck in the mud just out of range of a tree that you can use to winch yourself free. All this will happen after you've played a few times, but they'll happen less frequently. I bought this game soon after it came out. At full release, it would have been better described as an advanced public beta. Your trucks got stuck in the mud all the damn time. Rocks would literally jump into the air out of the ground in front of you. You would occasionally get permanently stuck with no way to get unstuck. The game has been greatly improved since then. The mud is much more forgiving and realistic. Bugs have been fixed, and the game balance has been tweaked to improve general playability tremendously. Cloaking points have been moved and improved, so you're not driving blindly with no clue where to start. The truck lineup has been expanded and tweaked to give them more variety and make them more useful. It has a wider array of trailers and accessories, and some previously useless accessories now have a purpose. The best example is the front exhaust for the C4320. It used to be pointless, but now it's called the fireproof exhaust, and you need to equip it to attach the fuel cistern. Spintires still has some flaws. It's obvious the same graphical elements were used in each map. The trucks show damage, but doesn't always look realistic, and sometimes it's obvious they're just warping the skins, poorly. They've added a couple maps since the release, but after you've finished them all in hardcore mode, there's not a whole lot to be gained from playing the same map again. Whenever you finish a map or get an achievement, this loud, annoying music plays. And why is there an achievement that not everyone can unlock? That doesn't seem very fair. Mods abound for Spintires. If you get bored with the stock trucks and maps, you're sure to find a community mod to satisfy your desires. New maps from Pavel and Oovee are slow in coming, if at all considering their past difficulties, so maps and vehicles from the community are one of the few ways to keep the game fresh. I haven't used any mods yet, so I can't comment on them, but I'm probably going to start using them. Spintires has had a sordid history. Despite this, it has won awards and achieved success for a game that really shouldn't have worked. It's one of those games where you find yourself saying, one more try, again and again, and suddenly you've been playing for 8 hours and really need to go to bed. Updates have been slow, but Oovee promises more in 2017, including being released on Xbox One and PS4. Spintires is different. It does what it does well, and really doesn't pretend to be any more than it is. A game where you drive big trucks through mud. I find myself coming back to it every few months, despite not having anything new to discover about it. Who knew driving 5 miles an hour could be so intense? I'm not sure it's worth the full asking price of $30 anymore, but if you find it on sale, I think it's definitely worth a try. Special thanks to Toby for helping me with the multiplayer part of this review. You can follow him on Twitter with the link below. Liking, sharing, and subscribing helps, and check out my other videos too. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I'm totally on the roof.
There we go.
Oops. Ow. Oh. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of that one. Whee! Oh. Oh, still going. Still going. Go, go, go!